that I don't see anything which is going to change. I don't. I am telling you. I have lived in this country. I'm not a small boy. I'm 70 years old.
I'm just getting a message from social media.
Yes.
And they are saying that even as you are losing, as a party, you are still not learning to be humble.
That how on earth you put $58 million of your money in a hole? Everything we said in the course of the campaign, we mean to keep. And it's going to be work that will be in progress. And Ghanaians will see it and feel it. That I can assure. We are completely different from MPP. We are going to be completely different from
them. In what
them.
way?
One, we are going to deal with corruption. Corruption will be the number one thing that we will deal with. Look, like it happened under John Mahama, where an appointee just dreamt that her desire is to make $1 million and she will quit politics. She didn't even say whether she was going to use her office to make that or through her own business initiative she will make that. President Mahama acted and said, no, I gave you opportunity to serve the people. If you have plans of making that money, then it's better you leave that position so you can focus on making that money. Compare that to what has happened under Nana Adanko Akufo-Addo, where people under whose bed more than $1 million is taken and they didn't even know. You will issue love letters to them indicating that they will be cleared. They will be cleared of what? You keep just clearing people left, right, center. That will not happen under John Dramani Mahama. That explains why you were struggling as High Commissioner in Canada and nobody was responding. You were spending all your energy, all your talents, meeting people, wanting to bring them. But the government at home was so corrupt. So all your toils in Canada was not yielding any results. That will not happen under the administration of John Dramani Mahama. They will see signs that he means well. So the tax that people he will put out there will be engaging in will yield some very good results. Again, he mentioned Callistus Mahama. It is not every Mahama that relates John Dramani Mahama. The fact that the president-elect has a Mahama doesn't mean that any Mahama that you see or hear means that. But you know him doesn't mean that he's a relative.
So he's not a relative of the president.
know that.
And I'm saying that you know him.
This is strange. Anyway,
you know him. Doesn't.
Hold on, let me find out. Mr. Aikotu. So you say he's related to the president-elect. In what way? What is he? A brother?
That's what we do. So if he's saying
since when did he become a brother?
That is what I do.
No,
and that's what
you know by you. Who are the other people? No, by no.
I'm telling you.
So you have been. Look. It is not. Listen.
Okay. Hold on. You said that's his brother.
It is not
true?
It's not true. It's not every. Yeah.
Let's go.
It's not even every Akufu that will relate. Adanko Akufo-Addo, because at least Akufu Dampare, we have Akufu Dampare.
Okay.
I'm saying that we have.
They were all not related.
Okay, you hold on, please. You let him make that point. I'm trying to read on his bio and see if there's any relation.
And so one is so worried about. Look, taxation. You need to make collection of tax and payment of tax very simple.
Very good.
This government has made tax payment a bit more complex, and that explains why we promise to rationalize taxation to make it easier for the payer and the collector. And by so doing, you rein in more. And through the 24-hour economy, where government is going to encourage even both the private sector and also government agencies that must run 24 hours to run, you will be seeing the economy turning around. So we will fight corruption, we will invest right, we will take good decisions, we will have a slimmer government as compared to what they did. They came in and went for 126 ministers, and when you were telling them, they said they were in a hurry. You were in a hurry to where? To increase our debt. All kinds of huge presidential staffers. All these things will not be happening under the John Dramani Mahama's administration. So we will be having right investment. He also said that we cancelled the the nurses allowance. That's not true. And you know it not to be true.
Why?
But you keep repeating it. What we did was that.
Why did we say we're coming to stop?
No, well, the fact that you said.
Let him.
The fact that you said you were coming to put it back doesn't mean that we cancelled it. What had happened was that for the case of colleges of education that have become tertiary and degree awarding, we said treat all equal. Because someone who attends University of Education Winneba and was given a degree for education, or someone who attended University of Cape Coast and had a degree in education, was not benefiting from the allowances, was also taking loans. So we said, let's rationalize that sector, and which was a very good policy in order to open up space and opportunity for more persons to go in. You said no. That was not a good one. Of course, the government never really implemented that again. We continued to pay the allowances until you came in, albeit that there were some arrears to be paid. When you came in, what you have done was to stop the payment in the manner we were even paying. So you cannot say that you came in to introduce what it is that was scrapped when it was never scrapped anyway. But that is just by the way. Again, our government commenced the process of building a lot more community day schools. And when you do that, Honorable Equity, you know that the burden of education will be drastically reduced. We are going to pursue that agenda to build more schools closer to the people. So the cost of running education would reduce automatically because many more persons will be living closer to where they have to attend school. So once you do that, a lot more savings will be made for other levels like the tertiary and what have you. So our party and our government is very focused. We are not going to be running after and people will be putting money under their beds and doing all kinds of things.
You are very sure about that?
We are very sure about that. No, but it has happened
There's
before.
not going to be any corrupt cases, or would you rather be measured in what you say? Say that if there is a corrupt case,
if there is, it will be dealt with.
Exactly.
It will be dealt with. It will not be covered.
Because if you say nobody will have money under,
I am saying that.
The only reason why Cecilia Dapa is in the news is because it was discovered. Only God knows how many more people went undiscovered.
And I'm telling you that the kind of leadership that John Dramani Mahama offered in the past and how he dealt with situations, not limited, including even the national service. And I'm so disappointed that after the former president opened up and allowed for investigations and prosecutions to commence with the national service related issue, today we are talking about over 40,000 ghost names being put there and monies being paid and received by persons for no work done. That is what has happened under this government over the period. Can you imagine? 40,000 service persons, 715 Ghana cedi every month, times this number of years. The amount of money that has been creeped off this state. These are things that will be stopped so that proper investment will be done. Look, you went into a fund established by John Dramani Mahama, Ghana Investment and Infrastructure Fund, took $2 million, gave to a company that you are going to construct SkyTrain, when that company had no license to do so. If you waste money this way, you took money from fund, pay for Palugu Multipurpose Dam, $11.9 million. Today, there's not even a single block there. You took money, $2.57 million, and paid Muta Angel for Temamoto Way extension project when no work was actually done. All kinds of monies wasted. This Ejapa thing that you guys did, spending so much, or almost about $14 million without parliamentary approval. So they were just wasting money and borrowing, and now launching us into all these situations that we found ourselves in. At the time we handed over at least a very healthy economy to you. We handed over an economy that we had solved energy situations. We handed over an economy that was just about, debt to GDP was about 56%. Okay. You guys took it to 104% as a result of unnecessary borrowing because some people benefited from every loan that you went to. We have not said anywhere that we will not borrow to engage in what? Infrastructure development. It is you guys who said, oh, you don't have to borrow to construct road. We have not said anywhere. We will borrow, but our borrowing will be very responsible. Okay. Our borrowing will be put into areas that will be very productive, that can pay back. Look at the investment we did under John Mills and John Mahama. the Atuabo gas processing, the Ghana gas. Today, the kind of stability we've had in our energy sector, that investment was a key one. It has been able to pay for itself, and Ghana is benefiting that we no longer are spending almost about $300 million having to import gas because of such an intervention.
Mr. Kofi Adam,
these are the type of investment that this government will be doing.
Now, the thing is, should Ghanaians measure their expectation? Because if you look at the way the voting went, you can tell that Ghanaians are very, very much disappointed in the NPP.
Sure.
Which is why they have thrown their support behind the NDC, because they believe, and if you monitor messages, they say the Messiah has come, A, B, C, D. Should Ghanaians be careful what to expect so that you don't come back later and tell us, we promised this, but we realized there was a problem?
The arrival of a Messiah doesn't mean that manna will drop tomorrow. Even God no longer drops manna. Even the manna God dropped, he said, don't pick it and store. It was only for you to deal with the hunger at the moment that he dropped it. So a lot of work would have to go into achieving. What I can assure Ghanaians is that this is a government that will be prudent.
Okay.
This is a government that will be accountable. This is a government that will make sure that if it is one loaf that is available, that loaf is properly utilized. You will not have a situation where few appointees will be packing everything and ignoring every sensible suggestion. That will not happen.
Okay.
That I can assure you. And so Ghanaians, yes, measure expectation, but I can assure you that this is a government that will be prudent, that will be truthful, that will make sure that they apply resources in such a way that will benefit all of us.
All right.
Unemployment is a huge challenge, but we're going to confront it.
How do you intend to do that?
Well, of course, you want me to keep repeating the things that we've talked about. The 24-hour economy is one thing.
Well, that's what Mr. Ayiko said, that how are you going to pay the people? And I remember that, hold on. I remember that when the BBC had an interview with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, they asked him that, does he have a figure to 24-hour economy? He said no, it is an event. And I'm saying so he cannot put a figure to it.
Of course, because it's not just ending with just one thing. It is something that you want to continue to implement it and take it to every sector,
but Mr.
including private sector.
Ask the question, so how are you going to pay these people?
If we go into agro-processing and we are processing more of our products, is that not value addition? That value addition, wouldn't it pay for people who are working? Is that not value addition? If, for example, DVLA decides that they are going to work even more hours, that means they will be rendering more services and they will be more efficient, and people will get in there knowing that I can easily renew my documentation instead of driving without document and using that money to bribe law enforcement officers. When you know that you can easily get a service when you go, you will not be bribing law enforcement officers. So you do that, they will be efficient, they will rake in more revenue, and you will be able to do what? Pay for the additional heads. And those additional heads will be making money, and they will be paying taxes to the state. And as they make more money, they will also spend. So the taxi driver, who otherwise will not get a passenger to pick, now will be getting a passenger to pick. So there's a lot of connectivity. So when they sit down and think, we are not going to run things like NAPCO, those kind of things that don't work out well, and they present huge figures when that is not the actual figure, and somebody creeping some money away. We are not going to run a free education that you present figures that don't exist. This government was advertising that more than 5 million persons are benefiting from free SHS. When, if you add the total number of persons who have sat for BECE and therefore qualified to go into secondary education over that period, didn't even reach 4 million. Was it the case that they were paying money for 5 million, but for people less than that? Or they were just deceiving us with the numbers that did not exist? These are the areas that this government, the incoming administration, is going to be very truthful with Ghanaians. And so Ghanaians should rest assured that The government that will be truthful to them, that will rally them round, that all of us, our energies, will be put into the productive sector, have come.
Okay.
We need the support of everybody.
All right.
We will need the support of persons like...
he doesn't seem to believe in your government. He says that it's the same mistake that we repeated. Please hold on. Let me just say, a reminder again that there are about 67,000 NAPCO trainees who have not received their monies. Heal Ghana module, a number of them were owed 9 months, even before the whole process ended. There are some who called us a few months ago. They said they are owed about 12 months, 15 months. They still have not received their monies. And so that's also of grave concern to many people. Mr. Kofi, I may ask you that just in case these NAPCO trainees come to the NDC government when you take over and ask that you sort them out, those monies, would you do it as a government?
Well, if government owes them, if they have worked for government and government owes them, they are part of the things that we must consider, investigate appropriately, and see what can be done.
Okay.
And together, we must all help government to retrieve the loot, the aura that we talked about, operation, recover all loot that we talked about. It's not something for joke. All of us must participate. Okay. I expect His Excellency Aikwe
to help recover all the loot.
To help in the recovery.
Okay.
He knows some of the persons that must be visited and must be invited. So he must make that information available.
A few messages are coming in, by the way.
We have a willing government that will want to fight corruption.
So as compared to I've just gotten a message and I wanted to read it to you. Okay. So one of our viewers also works in here. She said this morning she listened to the conversation that President-elect Mahama had with President Akufo-Addo, and he was very emphatic about the fact that Callistus Mahama is not his brother or relative.
I didn't watch that one.
Okay, she watched it, so she just sent this. I'll also check and be sure.
I didn't watch. Let me make.
No, I'm saying that he has never been.
Let me make my reaction. This family and friends were things used against them in 2016 before they turned it against us. Let me make the point.
Well, we never turned it against you. You actually applied it.
We started. It was family and friends.
You did it really.
Kofi, don't break your gadgets though because of this. But Mr. Ikosu, would you admit that the MPP exceeded that whole family and friends thing? Because again, the concern was not about whether you are appointing your family, if they are delivering. But in his case, with the many people that were appointed, they really weren't delivering.
I am saying that this is not a government we have not seen before. He left office nearly lost by 1 million votes. People rejected him and said all sorts of things about him. That he was not even going to come back again. He has come. So I am saying that let's give them the first quarter and you will begin to see the things that will happen.
Okay.
In this country.
Okay.
There's nothing new that I say, one district, one factory. Look, we said, let's go in for one district, one dam, because we want water to do our irrigation, to help our animals.
So where are the dams?
We need one district, one factory. Dams. So then we need, again,
one constituency, $1 million.
Planting for food and jobs.
Okay.
To make sure that we get our raw materials.
Okay.
Then we'll use the raw materials to feed the one district, one factory. Okay. So he has forgotten about eco juice and things that we started doing.
I'm saying that
this adding value
those things
to all those things.
But apart from coffee juice, which one again?
I am saying that we started all and had all those ideas. What happened?
8 years.
Somewhere along the line, did it work for us?
But the fact that your government failed does not mean that the same thing will happen to them.
They were rejected almost with 1 million votes.
And you have been rejected with 1.6 million.
Yes. So
the fact that your government failed.
So what is new?
Hold on.
What is new?
The fact that your government failed
Ghanaians. By the time he leaves,
after all the promises,
will be 3 point something.
Let's wait and get there and see.
Yes, so that's why I'm saying let us be measured.
Yeah, but they have not even started, and you're already painting a big picture.
But we know them. There's nothing new that he will talk about. The employment is going to find jobs for who? Where is he going to find those jobs? Has he got money to pay them? He hasn't got the money to pay.
Give them the chance to at least.
I said it's not going to happen. I like the way you keep reminding him, let us be measured. Let us be measured. These are what we call campaign talk. You can talk. You are not riding high. You have won and you tell us we are the best, you know everything. It's like our campaign.
Mr. Ikotu.
Those who ran the campaign were sure we're going to win.
Your party promised.
In the same way, he has come to sit here and is telling us stories as if we have not seen.
Hold on, sir.
As if we have not seen NDC in office before.
The MPP promised.
We saw them.
Sir, please hold on.
Went on.
The MPP promised and overpromised. One constituency, $1 million. One district, one factory.
We did that.
Which one?
We did some.
Which one?
We gave money.
The $1 million every year.
So where did the ambulances come from?
But that alone cannot account for the $1 million. So in each constituency,
I'll give you $1 million, I'm unable to give you $1 million. That's why I'm warning him.
And you give,
that is taking, sitting here talking plenty, as if they can do the things they are talking. It is not going to happen.
But Mr. Ikotu,
put it on the wall, mark it on the wall.
Your party overpromised. They overpromised. You did not deliver.
How many ambulances did they leave for us? And what have we left for them?
What have you left for the NDC?
But they know.
What exactly?
You don't know the figures?
Which figures, sir?
In terms of the ambulances, for example.
So, is the ambulances you are referring to? I thought you were talking generally.
I'm talking about ambulances. So there are a lot of things.
The same ambulance that you have to book a bed before you can get.
All the kind of things they said about women and vehicles and why?
Sir,
why are we not in this
these
country?
same ambulances that you're saying you've left for the NDC, you're also very much aware that there have been concerns that even before you get the ambulance to come and pick your sick person from home, they must even secure a bed.
Everything has concerns. You let them come and run it in a different manner.
Hold on.
Let them look for the money.
Hold on.
And run it in a different manner.
So that's what I'm asking you that. If your party promised and overpromised and could not deliver, why are you equating that to the NDC?
They also promised and overpromised.
Which one?
And they could not deliver. So in 2016, they lost Porto. What the people say, Porto. And it has happened to us. And I'm saying that I don't see anything which is going to change. I don't. I am telling you. I have lived in this country. I'm not a small boy. I'm 70 years old. We have seen them before. It's not like they are coming. Look. There was a time their campaign message was Obabi Asa, Obab. They are not speech which are not good. Obia Basa. It is going to happen the same way. So if he leave them there, maybe he doesn't know. But there was a time that they were saying things like that. If somebody comes, it will be the same. So you just let us remain there. So please, I have said that, I've heard you. You are now in cloud nine. You are on top of the world now. You have won elections. Let's wait and see how you are going to perform.
Okay.
Because we've seen you before. We took so many of them to court. And they kept going to Supreme Court and filing applications and coming back. And the cases could not go on.
And what happened?
They couldn't proceed because at every point somebody will take an objection and file an appeal. I said we have seen all this before.
We never saw 58 million being invested in a hole.
Why?
For National Cathedral, and we still haven't seen it.
Why?
We haven't seen. No, I'm just.
Why?
I'm just bringing that in for you to understand.
I cannot remember everything you did in 2016.
No.
Why you lost?
Ghanaians voted.
Why you lost that badly?
Yes, but Ghanaians. No, but
who
if you say lost badly,
1 million before?
Mr. Ikotu, you just lost with 1.6 million. That's even worse than the 1 million.
That, yes.
Now, if you look at how monies were misappropriated, 12 million. For Palugu Dam, we still do not have the dam. 58 million for National Cathedral.
You won election?
Who?
Did you?
Who?
Did you think you won election?
Who is you?
By your people, your NDC.
Who is you? I'm not in NDC. I'm not in NDC. Please don't address me as one. You are MPP, he's NDC. I am not in any party. I'm just asking. Do you people want
elections or are people refuse to come out?
I don't understand.
Why did people refuse to come out?
I don't understand.
Do you understand?
Do you have some people?
No.
Do you people understand?
Mr. Ikotu, I don't understand.
You don't understand. I'm saying that we have all seen the figures.
So
we have all seen the figures. And your 6 million you got last time is the same 6 million you got.
And your 6 million you got 4.
Our people didn't come out.
Why didn't they come out?
You are telling me.
I'm asking you.
You wait. I said 4 years after. We will come and see.
Mr. Ikotu.
Let's pray to God that you will be alive.
Why didn't they come out?
4 years after. And you see what will happen.
Mr. Otu, why didn't your people come out? What do you think is the reason why your people didn't come out?
I wouldn't know. But they didn't come out.
But the numbers clearly show that there was voter apathy.
And I saw that there was voter.
Exactly.
I even called some of the students and said, what are you people discussing? I'm going around, and at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, we still haven't got half. So I'm seeing something happening which can affect us seriously.
Exactly.
And it has just affected
So the economy...
us. So what?
The economy...
People didn't go to vote for you to say that people voted
for you.
You got your same number.
The economy, jobs... Hold on. The economy... Jobs and education were the top issues.
First quarter, after the first quarter, pray that we will be alive. Next 4 years, make sure you pray the two of us again. Bella. And you will see the stories that you'll be hearing.
Please hold on. I'm just getting a message from social media.
Yes.
And they are saying that even as you are losing, as a party, you are still not learning to be humble.
What is that?
Arrogance is one of the reasons why many Ghanaians also voted against the NPP.
And they feel like... And I'm saying that it happened in 2016. We had not seen it before. In those days, we were saying 1 million, 1 million. It was later on we saw that the figure actually didn't get to 1 million. It was below 1 million. But it was almost 1 million. It was like that was the end. And this in the power money, the power war, the power down, they came back. By 2020, it was 137, 137. Mm-hmm. Be careful.
Was that not rather
that is the point
a mark of your leadership in Parliament as well, and the fact that Ghanaians were disappointed even in your MPs at that time, which is why they moved from 169 seats to 137?
I'm making the point to you that the people who said by 2020 they were making 137, 137.
Okay.
What happened?
Bella.
What happened? And today, they are on top. They are happy. They are one. And so they are creating the impression that they have all the means of governance, as if we have not seen them before. And I'm saying we have seen them before. They were unable to perform, and they lost with
almost I'm letting you come in.
1 million votes.
I won't let Ayuku sit closer to you. I won't let him sit closer to you because he will not give me the chance.
Oh my word! No. Now it's your turn to speak. Please come in.
You see clearly.
Feel free.
Clearly, it's not because I have just stated some of the basic things that the NPP did wrong that the NDC will never do that. I have talked about size of government.
Okay.
I have talked about prudence, and I'm happy you even mentioned some of them. That how on earth you put $58 million of your money in a hole that we have in the name of cathedral. How that would happen under this government, only God knows. Again.
Is it
Mr. Please allow Kofi Adams to talk, please. We know that we
and computers which we could not find. There was
Please hold on. Thank you.
Clearly, we will not have corruption. That happened under this government ever happening under, because the examples of fight against corruption that we talked about are not things that we are just saying that we will do. We are referring to what had been done in the past by our leader, the president-elect, and that he is even going to do even much more now with eagerly observing every appointee. And what happened now would not happen. I know Honorable Ayuku is embarrassed by some of the things that have happened. Look, the dams today that are benefiting this country, like the Tami Dam and what have you, these were dams that were constructed by John Dramani Mahama. None of their one village, one dam is working. The dams dry up even before the rain stops. The dams that they claim to have constructed. How Akumsin said she constructed meaningless dams. That's why she said that if you give her 250, she can't construct any meaningful dam. And that she constructed meaningless dams. As for the ambulances, the inflation that they did, including the spare part issues, we haven't even finished dealing with that. People will answer for the things. Look, recently, the drip equipment. Through the questions that Honorable Mahama Yariga and the Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa asked, we have been able to know the total cost that was involved. About $178 million was spent in those equipment. When they did the follow-up, as if they were trying to buy those equipment from the same persons, just a few, not to the numbers that even government bought. we realized that the total cost will be less than what? $68 million. So the government has inflated the cost of drip equipment by about $102 million. And you think that will just come and sit and allow all these things to go waste? That's what I'm saying. Our government is going to be very, very prudent. Again, let me help Honorable Aikwe so he doesn't repeat this anywhere. Callistus Mahama, I've been reliably informed that, comes from Pembe in the Salaga area, nowhere near Bole, where President Mahama hails from or comes from. So don't repeat. So don't repeat. And I'm saying that don't repeat.
All of them were related.
Don't repeat. But they were related. But they were related.
But these are people I know.
No. They were related.
I'm saying you are just lovely informed. But in my case, I know them personally.
And they are not related to the president.
They were not related to him. But you were drumming all over.
Are you saying
Madame
Gloria?
I said I hear.
Are you saying that Gloria and Sophia, whether maternally, they are not related? They are not related even maternally.
They are not related. You to take it from me.
Well, I've heard you, but I don't think I will.
I have heard you.
I'm saying that I've heard you, but I don't think that what you are saying is true because. I don't think that what you are saying is true.
But then let those people personally.
Okay. But they are not the only relations. We know that the former finance minister is the president's relation. That one is direct. We know.
No matter what Honorable Aikwe tries to do.
1 minute.
No matter what he tries to do, the number one person as far as the Fourth Republic is concerned, who has sparked family, friends, and concubines, is President Akufo-Addo. He holds that record. The next will be maybe President.
I said we started.
I'm saying that
we started talking about family.
I understand. Please hold on. You let him.
The two presidents you have produced in this Fourth Republic hold the record of packing family and friends. That's a fact.
I am not aware.
I am saying that is a fact.
Please.
I'm saying that the two presidents you have produced in this Fourth Republic holds the record of packing family and friends and concubines in their government. You hold that record. Nobody can compete with you as far as that record is concerned. Two, I am also saying that
you don't want me
we are going to...
Please hold on. Please hold on.
You were speaking and I listened.
So
I need to finish and then you can come in.
Let me ask this question, by the way. We have to go on a break, but let me ask this question, Mr. Aikwe. So there's a whole list.
Are you answering Aikwe again?
No. It's just
finished.
I know you haven't. So I'm coming to you, but I'm just going through a list. In fact, the list has 51 people who have all been detailed as either related to the president and some of his appointees.
Oh.
You hold on.
You see, these are the propaganda things that we do.
They say they want to go to
Jan Nkrumah Akufo-Addo is his daughter.
Those people
is his daughter,
who are giving you this information.
I'm saying that
nobody is giving me information. I'm doing my own research. It's my own research.
Just listen to the names and the position they occupy.
You Googled.
Look,
you are here, so I'm asking you.
Don't let him intimidate you. Mention the names.
That's what.
Okay. So we have Nana Santi-Vedieto. He's a cousin to the president. Yes. Is he not?
He's a relative. As to that cousin,
okay, so he's a relative.
I don't know.
So he's a relative
because
of the president.
Because they all come from Achim. So that's why I was telling
okay.
I can mention.
Hold on.
If he wants me to help him, I can mention some of them. Like the finance.
There's Jan Nkrumah Akufo-Addo, the daughter.
The rest. We know them.
Okay.
We know them.
There's Edward Akufo-Addo.
Those ones we all know. As for the rest, where they are bringing them from, I don't know.
I'm just mentioning Gabi Asare-Ochodakun, related to the president.
These are the three people that we all know.
The rest, that's why I said I have a list of 51. Nana
Fredwa. Mention all of them.
So don't ask me.
You don't know them.
If you ask me,
Ghanaians know.
I wouldn't know.
Ghanaians know.
Because those I know are what I told him I was even going to help him with.
And I'm saying that Ghanaians know.
Okay.
There's
William Oforiatta, nephew of Akufo-Addo.
As for the rest, we don't
Alice Oforiatta, his niece. There's Michael Oforiatta, his nephew, unless they are all not true. That's why I'm asking you, since you are here, so that you can confirm for me.
Who started the family and friends in Mama's regime can also give us the list if they are listening.
But you criticized the NDC.
Yeah, they were doing that.
You heavily criticized them.
They were doing
and then the president comes.
Where did the family and friends tag come from?
So why did the MPP then criticize
you?
Hold on,
so they use against him for nothing.
Why did the MPP criticize?
Like you just mentioned that
Mr. That is the information.
You listen to the names. Carry on. Mention all the 51 names.
Why did the president? Oh, wait.
I'm saying
why did the president criticize former President Mahama so heavily on this issue of family and friends, only to come in?
Why are you saying the president?
He's the president. President
was he the one who was carrying? We were all talking about family and friends.
But he also spoke
just
about
like you are talking now, and you even have a list.
Me, I'm not
which you cannot verify.
I'm not going. You are here. I'm asking. So, but I mentioned his daughter's name. Gabriel Chedako is his family member. The former finance minister is his family member.
As a lawyer, we were friends. But I don't know his family members.
You don't know Gabriel Chedako as his family member?
I said that was why I said, let me help you with those I know. The Gabi, the Bediato, and the Oforiata, I know. The rest of this list you are calling.
Right, they haven't even mentioned the list. You say the rest.
I don't know them. So don't disturb me with that list.
You just mention the names.
You wanted me to take a break?
Oh, no,
let's continue.
No, mention the names.
He says he doesn't know them. So now I didn't mention.
Your viewers need to know.
I don't know.
When I mention,
yes,
he's not.
Let him say that he doesn't know. You mention for your viewers.
It will not make any difference.
For the sake of your viewers.
As far as I'm concerned,
for the sake of your viewers.
It will not make any difference to me. Because I don't know them.
It's about honesty and integrity. Mr. Ikoto, hold on.
On whose part?
Hold on. On the president's part. Hold on. On the president's part.
The president's
part.
Now,
to be fair, if I want to become president and you are president and I criticize you heavily on something and I come and do it 5 times what you did, clearly my integrity is at stake because I said it was wrong and yet I came to do it and overdo it. Now the other concern, have they performed? Finance minister, case and study. The MPs within the NPP themselves, about 80 or 90 of them, went and petitioned the president to even remove the finance minister.
Yes.
So that clearly showed that he wasn't performing.
Now that was
there had been many concerns.
They had a right to speak.
But why did he not remove him from there? Because the signs had been clear for a long time.
I am not the president. I don't know why he did not remove. But people requested that he should do that.
Did you think he should have removed the finance minister much earlier?
Well, if the figures he's giving us even today shows that there's an improvement, then why not? He should have done that. If the figures he has just given us now, that there's a lot of improvement.
At that time.
That we have even moved.
At that time.
Because there has been a change.
At that time.
Why not?
You personally as a Ghanaian, were you impressed with the former finance minister's performance?
Look, those who work closely with him found something wrong and they said change the man.
Yeah, but we all don't work personally with him. But we all had some concerns that we raised.
The executive power lies with an individual and he refused to act.
Okay.
Executive power lies with him. He's the one who can do the appointments.
Let Mr. Kofi Adams come in. You tell me that I've taken all his time and given to you. I don't want trouble.
What I wanted you to do, even for the time, Honorable Ayukwetu, what I wanted you to do, with even part of my time, was to mention the 51.
Yes, but he doesn't know them. So even if I mention,
I cannot
confirm. Mentioning for him to reference.
Yes, but
mentioning for the sake of
I wouldn't know.
Viewers.
But I also want to make sure I have someone who can respond to it, so that it doesn't look like
you just mention it out there.
I cannot
let people respond.
I need someone on that side.
Well, I can help you.
You know the
yes, I know
you know all the president's family.
It's just going
those that I know I will confirm.
Don't worry, you carry on with your point.
Those that I know I will confirm.
Carry on with your
point.
My friend, carry on with your point.
Well, clearly,
this one is past and go.
Clearly,
think about how you are going to
whether it is past.
Where you are going to get money.
Well, Honorable, let me speak now.
Okay.
What I want to say is that 2 presidents the MPP as a party has produced in this 4th Republic hold the record of packing their governments with family and friends. Just this current one, both the president and the vice president did it with beyond reason. The president and the vice president did it beyond reason. At a point, even the vice president's relatives were even offered scholarship that they claimed didn't even take, meanwhile monies were paid to them. That's how bad it got to. And that is why President Mahama is saying his appointees will come nowhere near taking those scholarships and what have you. 2, purchase of state properties and what have you, appointees will come nowhere near such things.
It was all over in 2016.
Please,
Honorable,
you
go on.
When you were speaking,
Honorable, please allow him.
Please
allow him.
I was.
But the viewer said if you don't allow him, they'll make sure everybody stays in opposition for a long time. Please allow him. Allow him to talk.
This level of confidence in governance is so needed, and we are going to offer Ghanaians just that.
We have heard you.
We will offer Ghanaians truthful. We will not be arrogant. Look at your people. Were you happy how they were treating Ghanaians? And
Thank you.
anytime we talked about challenges, difficulties, pain that you were subjecting us to, you would tell us Russia and Ukraine. You would tell us this. You would tell us COVID. Even when the COVID came, the monies that were made available, look at how you spend those monies. Your own Auditor General that you brought, comfortably so after sacking Domelevo. Look at the report that he brought as far as COVID expenditures are concerned. How you wasted our money.
You mean World Bank didn't say that the monies were spent
which World
prudently?
Bank? Which World Bank?
World Bank. I'm saying that
the Auditor General, the Auditor General's report, I sit on the Public Accounts Committee and I have a copy of that report. We are even yet to go into that special report. We haven't done that yet. The Auditor General's report that he's brought clearly show how you wasted COVID funds.
Yeah.
And that is so clear. And
the evidence is contrary.
Which evidence is contrary?
The evidence from the Auditor General, which other evidence?
People who are looking at the figure said the monies were spent.
Which evidence?
Are you not the news house?
Which evidence?
Don't do this.
Which evidence?
Don't do this to yourself. No, I'm saying that
They said the monies were spent prudently.
Don't do this to yourself.
No, I'm not doing anything to myself.
Don't do this to yourselves.
They said so, that the monies were spent prudently.
So even your own candidate, Felicia of Sanerogu, who said she was even given 150,000 to share. Oh. That was also prudence.
I'm saying that in 2016,
your own health minister, who said he wasn't thinking right, who went for COVID vaccines that cost 10 times the actual price that they were selling to every other person.
There was so much corruption in 2016.
Oh, Honorable Ayukweotu.
In this country, there was so much corruption.
This is what you
in this country,
and you find yourself where you find yourself today. That the president who said he will not hand over to John Mahama, who he defeated, now is there going through handing over processes for John Mahama to take with a gap of more than 1.6 million. With a gap of 1.6 million. And then now your parliamentary side, cannot be described as minority, but we have to look for another word to describe them. Now people say we should call them the mini side, because they can't have those times we used to have at least majority take up to a certain side of the house. Now you will be left with just some quarter of the one part of the house. So you are a mini side because of this behavior.
The point.
Moving
further. Let me just give you some details on even the COVID-19 Auditor General.
Let me land on this one.
Hold on.
Land on
the point I'm making is this.
Land on where?
You are here. You have won elections, so you are talking plenty. I am saying that be measured in the things you are saying.
I agree.
Because I'm telling you that there were things the president said that if you want to make money, don't come to my office, go to the private sector.
He didn't mean it.
So
because he didn't mean it.
These plenty things you are talking about. I'm saying be measured. We will come and sit here again and you will see the very things that you are talking plenty here. We are old people. We have seen it before. We have seen this Mahama before. We have seen NDC office before. Nothing new is going to happen.
Yes,
we have heard you. Let's stop that. Let's stop that.
Let him talk.
Honorable Ayukweotu, I accept the fact that you are old enough. I accept the fact that you have seen governments before. You must also accept. I'm saying that yes, you've seen him before.
Yes.
But then you must also accept the fact that persons from MPP say things they don't mean. Persons from MPP say things, including Akufo-Addo, Bawumia, and the rest that you've had, say things they don't mean. Doesn't mean that the NDC does same. You have seen Mahama before. Ghanaians saw him before, and you thought that Ghanaians would not give him any opportunity. Ghanaians weighed him and weighed what is available and realize that he was so good and must be given the opportunity to return.
I just wanted to read a part of the report on COVID-19. Out of the, hold on,
I don't want to listen.
I don't want to listen to
21 billion Ghana cedis that we got. Hold on. Are you aware,
I want to end on this note.
The information ministry was paying itself.
Did people come and tell us that there will be one-time premium in this country? Were you able to do it? There will be one-time premium in this country.
President
Mahama, you pay once, and that's the end.
Let me ask you something.
You didn't say so.
President Mahama says so.
Please,
I'm saying President Mahama says so.
I have said my say.
President Mahama says so.
Okay.
These sort of things you are doing, you are free to do them now because we are won election. But we'll give you the first quarter. We'll come here to do an analysis, and you will see that nothing has changed.
Okay.
A lot will change.
Who told them? One-time premium. That's all.
At least we will no longer have a mother serpent for corruption.
Mr. Ikotu,
should
members of this government be jailed for corruption?
In charge of affairs. We will no longer have a mother serpent.
Special
Mr. Ikotu,
that you chase out. The special prosecutor that you didn't allow to do his work.
Brought a special
prosecutor that he didn't allow to do.
He described the president as the mother serpent of corruption.
How did we end with him?
And
so let us see you.
He says he's the mother serpent for corruption.
I keep saying that.
Let us see where
I keep saying that the fact that this government failed in a number of the promises that it made to Ghanaians doesn't mean that the next government will fail. Give them time.
Then you are not listening.
I'm listening to you. You said we should give them till the first quarter. I understand.
It was the same people who voted them out with nearly 1 million. It is the same people who have voted us out with nearly 1.6 million. They should stop making noise. We have seen them before.
But Mr. Oso, are they making noise?
We have seen them before.
Are they making noise?
All the things she's saying here is that they are the best thing that happened to Ghana. They keep their promises. Nothing will go wrong. I am saying it won't happen.
But I did tell him that I asked him that should he rather be measured in some of the statements he's making, just so that if they get it wrong, at least they can admit and go after whoever may have gotten it wrong. And he said yes.
Honorable
yes.
So I have not said anything different from what you have said. Please be careful. The fact that you have won the election today does not mean that you have immediately become angels. That you change this country. There is nothing.
Look at me and give me time to also say something.
You are not letting anybody talk.
You know
yes.
that per the constitution, a sitting president, when he exits office, could be subjected to all kinds of investigation and, if possible, even prosecution within a certain period. President Mahama left office. He was subjected to all kinds of things. You talked about the special prosecutor and office of special prosecutor that you introduced. They subjected him to all these kind of situations.
Who's
please allow him.
The former special prosecutor.
Please hold on.
He was not subjected to anything.
When you are talking, he doesn't interject.
So
please allow him.
No,
I'll give you the chance.
I was not subjected to anything. I don't know. I live in this country.
Please, let's manage this properly.
Who invited Mama anyway?
Talk. Mr. Ikotu.
You tell me.
Your Excellency.
Who invited Mama anyway?
Allow Mr. Kofi. When you speak, hold on, sir. When you speak, he doesn't interject.
You will let me withdraw my recommendation. You should take over the MPP. I'll withdraw that recommendation.
It doesn't really
clearly. I will still make my point.
Please, with all due respect.
Listen. That is the bad part of you people. You decided not to even invite the person when you were subjecting him to all kinds of ridicule and things, subjecting him to all kinds of investigations and what have you. Honorable, are you going to look at me? I want you to be looking at my face. Look at my face. Yes. Look at my face as I speak. The former special prosecutor went through all kinds of processes. At the end of the day, when he was exiting, he said the president who appointed him is the mother serpent of corruption. They brought a second special prosecutor. He also organized a press conference. What did he say? He said it is more like he's been led to a slaughterhouse and he's just left alone. and he used an account saying that, I don't even know how they describe that bed. That's how he described himself. But he too, now based on investigations that he's done with other international bodies, your main campaign against John Mahama, that he was involved in corruption and that Airbus issues and what have you, he came out and cleared John Dramani Mahama. Many persons that you used, whether in the media front or your political party persons, all of them were apologizing to Mahama. That's the verdict that was placed on Mahama. To the contrary, your government and government members, including your president, didn't they challenge Al Jazeera when this whole gold thing came out? Have they been able to initiate any process? Look, when you guys leave office, because of corruption, America took our $180 million that would have come in to support our electrification project. They took it away because PDS and the rest. And you know all these things. So clearly, the MPP never meant to fight corruption. They were creating institutions to help them cover up. Unfortunately for them, people they put in there were not prepared to do so. That was why they declared your government and your leader as the mother serpent of corruption.
All right, Mr. Aikoto, we have 30 seconds to go.
Yes, was it not the same man when investigating this Airbus something? We described Mahama as something. What did he say? What did he say? How did he describe him? This same person we are talking about.
Martin Amidu?
Yes.
How did he describe?
What did he discuss? Government what? Number one.
But if you name somebody for your investigation, does that mean that the person has done any wrong?
Now you are asking.
I'm listening.
No.
We have to go. Our time is up.
I am saying
lawyer,
the same person who made that description of your president.
Okay.
No.
And then he took another man
naming
to come
somebody.
And say no.
All right.
Naming somebody as government official.
Thank you, gentlemen. And thank you, Mr. Aikoto. All right.
And so that means
thank you very much.
Government official means that you did anything.
And Mr. Aikoto. Please, gentlemen, we're done. Please, we have to go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. But there was a question that this will be a rhetorical question. I'm sure you answered it.
I have withdrawn.
Good evening, Johnny. And Johnny says that, do you think the mess that has been done in 8 years can be undone in 3 months? Because you're saying that by first quarter, NDC will see the true colors of the NDC. Well, but the mess has been done in 8 years.
No, we will see the true mess.
So can that be undone in 3 months?
You are asking me. Then you have heard him all through.
Okay, wrong question.
He has told you that is
wrong question. We have to go.
A lot.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aikwe Otu, lawyer Aikwe Otu, by the way. And yes, he's a senior member of the MPP. At a point, there were even recommendations for him to be the vice presidential candidate for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Do you think he would have done a great job as vice president? He would have been the economic messiah that would have been fighting at this point. But thank you so much, sir, for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Mr. Kofi Adams, Honorable Kofi Adams, he's just retained his seat in the Boem constituency, and so he's going back to Parliament. This will be your what? Second term?
Yeah.
Second term in Parliament. All the best to you, sir.
Safe seats.
Safe seat, eh?
Well, there's no safe
seat. You lost your safe seats too. I wish we had time, Mr. Aikoto. But guys, no, very interesting evening.
Literally everything.
Left is only sweet.
My name is Bella Moody. Guys, please take over.